Since the start, I always been interested in men's philosophy and kind of men's idea of how life is supposed to be living. Because I feel like every man lives their life in a different way, and I feel like if you put someone during in a certain scenario, every man will act different under the same scenario. And then from that, and I really like the kind of the whole idea that we talk about in our senior year. One of the books I really liked was The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus, which is just the story of Sisyphus, which is a fictional story. And another book that we read from Albert Camus too was was The Fall, and which introduced the idea of a judge penitent. Just judge other before they can judge you. Just be the just be the last judgment on top of them. And then another book that I read and that it wasn't an ACA was The Stranger, which is and the character is called Marceau, which is a man that doesn't believe in anything and that just goes through life by accepting the absurd of the world, something that doesn't make sense for him. He just let it be. He doesn't question it. He doesn't have. He doesn't find. He doesn't fight against it, which is something that in the Myth of Sisyphus, Albert Camus states that there's just two ways to live life. That the only philosophical question is whether life is worth living or not. And from that, by the end, he states that he has rejected suicide, and then from his rejection of suicide, and there's revolt that comes from it, freedom, and then passion, which and for my paper I will talk about kind of those three things: revolt, freedom, and passion, and how his other books and The Stranger and The Fall in those characters kind of fail to live up to and Albert Camus' belief to life. Kind of, I guess the problem I kind of the thing that I would go over my paper would be kind of the absurdity of the world, and like what is the proper way to live life, if that can be answered, or whether why life is worth living or not. That's it.